It is Friday, July the 25th, which means you have 5 months to get my favorite person her Christmas present.
And birthday present, because really, like, you and I are about a week or so behind.
That's weak, though. I don't like the old Merry Birthday, Happy Christmas.
I know. Or this is going to be your Christmas present and your birthday present.
December's a tough month, so okay, so basically I mean nothing to you.
But it's like Christmas in July. Is that what you're kind of getting at today?
Elise and Jeff with you here on the set of Woodbine Racing Live, and last night I am sitting at home. I got the Blue Jay game on, and I've got the screen door open. And
Mohawk likely on. And
no, I was watching the ball game.
Oh, okay.
I normally would have watched Mohawk, but the Jays are kind of rolling now, so I was watching the Jays. Anyways, I look and I'm like, it's kind of dark out.
Right?
And I see this, one of my lounge chairs, whoosh.
Really?
Yeah, it just poured. I'm surprised we're on the grass today.
Wow, because we didn't get that in Niagara. Like, I went out, the dog has to have a
break,
a midnight piddle type of thing. And I took him out at midnight, and I'm telling you, Jeff, I saw 3 cracks of lightning so close that I grabbed him up and ran back in the house because I knew the thunder coming after was going to be huge. Like, it actually lit up the sky. But we didn't get quite what you got here, just enough to maybe make my lawn a little less brown.
Well, the good news is we need it. The bad news is the ground's so hard right now that it can't really absorb it all that well. The EP is listed as good. The inside turf course is listed as firm, and we do have a turf-heavy program today as per usual. In terms of last night with us here at Woodbine, we didn't have a ton of races, just 7 overall. 5 of them took place on the main track, and Speed did very, very well on the main track races. Really, the only horse that came from off the pace on the main track was Right Brightly, who tried to go through the gap down the backstretch. Was that
crazy or what? Like, that's got to go on our list for this year's top 10 moments, because Zero Ford was able to plot out a really good trip after that. He stayed on the rail, and it worked out great for him to get the win. Does Zero have anything in the opener on today's card? I just want to take a quick look. No, so that trend will end because he's been winning the first race on a regular basis quite a lot.
So who was our lone favorite to win? Oh, it was Addendum who won.
Addendum, we all had Addendum, but I mean, like, I was watching, I always watch the last race in the car on the way home, and I'm like, Madam Gwen, right? I mean, that one was a real surprise yesterday for Carlos Grant and Enrico Walcott.
Yeah, good price there. Wrapped up the double. Warrior Les kicked off the double in race number 6, and then we just saw Madam Gwen coming up in race number 7. Obviously, we're very much looking forward to the programs coming up on Saturday and Sunday because there's so many beautiful pedigrees. We have stake race and stuff like that as well. So I kind of view this as a bit of an appetizer.
Okay.
Like a charcuterie board.
It's like the egg rolls that you get before.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Before the big.
Are you can you do a good charcuterie board if it's placed in front of you?
Yes, absolutely. Give me prosciutto and cheese and olives and all that good stuff any day of the week.
Well, guess what? Somebody is due coming up in race number 3. Could it be Isaac Leo? Possibly. That one's had a lot of chances and comes off a good run last time out. Could it be Scudiera? Now you've got the 2 favorites in this race that are combined 0 for 16.
Guess what I wrote down beside Isaac Leo? Don't look. Pac-Man.
Yeah,
that's your favorite term.
Yeah, he eats a lot of money.
He eats everybody's money because, boy, does this guy ever like to hang around for the second place spot. But winning is has been a bit of an issue. So what I did today is I picked against him. I've been on the bandwagon like everybody else has, and I'm off now, and I'm going to go to Scuderia, who will likely be one of the co-favorites here. Now, what I want to show you on this replay, this is back on July the 6th. Now, this is in a maiden optional 40, so we get the drop here today for an all-time low $25,000 price tag. This is a horse who actually at one point in time, they were looking at as a possible contender for stakes events because they did try the Coronation Futurity, but it didn't work out. Remember, Notorious Gangster won that race. So watch this closing effort here under Pietro Moran. I'm going to show you something interesting. When this horse gets beside the eventual winner with his Sayunis, which is the Roger Atfield horse, this is a standardbred move that we see a lot. They kind of hook up beside each other, and it makes the other horse decide to carry on, to go forward even more. And I think it's actually a great effort. So what I need is somebody to kind of go with this horse so he's not left alone out on the front end. Because sometimes when you leave these maidens out on their own, they get a little looky. They start looking around, you get a little lackadaisical. And I think if somebody comes up beside this horse, it might help us out here today. So I'll use the 6 up on top. And then I'm going to play the 3 horse, and that's Audie's World. They've had some tough luck, I think, with this horse horse this season. Dropped in for 25,000 on June 26th and finished a decent third in behind Isaac Leo. But if Isaac Leo gets it done today, good for him, but I'm going to play against him.
Yeah, Audie's World was a vet scratch on June the 1st, act up in the gate, I think, if memory serves me correct. I picked the horse on June the 26th and ran not bad. And now we get to put consecutive races together for conditioner Julia Carey, so hopefully that barn is starting to gain a little bit of momentum going right now. So, yeah, Isaac Leo, watch Leo win today because we're all jumping off the bandwagon there. And race number 3 going 7/8 of a mile. Topic number 2 says a full gate, and I think producer Mike is in a bad mood today because
he's making us talk about this race.
We're talking about this 4th race. This is how difficult the 4th race is. Elisa and I 95% of the time play the early pick 4. Because of this race specifically, we're playing the late pick 4 today.
I know, because when the entries first came out and the form comes out, I'm looking at it and I'm like, they made this the kickoff of the early pick 4. Like, it's absolutely impossible. If you want to play it, I really think you got to hit the all button here because it's so hard to find a horse that kind of at least looks like it wants to be a winner here, because you have horses like, say, Mia said, who's trying to get her maiden out of the way his maiden out of the way in the 26th lifetime start. But I thought, you know what? Here's a race. Why not take a flyer on a first-time start?
I don't blame your strategy here at all.
Yeah. So I see Rachel Halden with an uphill stable horse that is a first-time starter that she's debuting for $15,000. Now, you don't normally see that in Rachel's barn. She's got stake horses, she's got allowance horses, she's got maiden special weight horses, those types of runners. But not everybody can be a superstar. And this one's debuting for $15,000, going long on the turf. What's Rachel best at? Grass and going long. If you ask me, I said, what are her key skills? It's grass training and it's horses that have to go a route of ground. And so I thought, why not take a shot on this 4-horse uphill road? Unraced dam. Unfortunately, so you don't get, but the dam is actually related to some stake winners, so that's good. She's had a lot of foals, 7 foals. Her best one is a horse by the name of Mizzen, who's 7-time winner and has made $125,000 and is a decent type of runner. So I'm going to use the 4, then I'll use the 6, Calling Home. And this is a barn that's kind of hit and miss for us right now
starting to roll now.
Starting to get a little bit better, but sometimes when they drop these horses in, we get sucked in, I like to say, and they don't show up. And this horse was dropped from 25 to 10 last start out, but now gets a chance to get on the grass.
That's the key. This horse is bred for grass. On the dam side for sure. I have to credit wherever I have to a millionaire named Hard Not to Like, but this is kind of my last dance here with Calling Home. Unfortunately, you and I have gone on a lot of dates in our lives, and sometimes you're like, this. I kind of like this girl, but not a ton. But I'm like, I'll give it one more shot. This is kind of my last. Is that what you're doing? This is my last shot with Calling Home. Like, for example, on Isaac Leo, I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom. and you don't come back. You don't come back. And then you get the text and you say, where'd you go? Well, it's not you, it's me. Do the George Costanza.
I love it, Jeff. I love it.
So that's my analogy there. Let's talk a little value. Well, we tried to get some value last night. Boy, we're barking up the wrong tree there. They all took money there, unfortunately, in some of those races. Let's touch on race number 6 now a little bit. I don't think I have a value play. I think I'm on the new maybe in here. Who's your value play here coming up in this spot?
What did I do? We're talking about the 6th race?
Yeah.
I took the 8 on top. Left in my dust.
So the works are very interesting with this horse.
That's kind of what got me. First of all, it's Devin Gittins. We need to pay attention to anything he runs. We say that a lot. But second of all, Devin and Sky Chernetz are a pretty nice jockey-trainer combination. I mean, she rides these horses with a ton of confidence, I find, and maybe she's been aboard for the workouts because they're lightning fast.
And you know what else I find interesting? They're moving up in class and taking advantage of the waiver claim.
Exactamundo. So they're up to something here. So this horse works a half in 47. That's a bullet move early July. Comes back, works in 34 and 3. Hello. Now that's got a handily beside it. So obviously we gave him a tap or two. And then a quick 3/8 and 36 and 4. This horse is going to be fast, I think, and might just zoom right out to the front and keep on going. So I'll use the 8 up on top. Over the 5, the new maybe for Hall of Famer Bob Tiller, dropping back in for $15,000, and that's the price range the horse fits for.
For sure. And you know what? I think sometimes it happens. When you handicap as many cards as you and I do, in some races I dropped the ball. I think I dropped the ball a little bit with your horse by not having the horse on my selections in here.
Listen, if you want to jump on the bandwagon,
well, I just should have had the horse in my top 4 somewhere.
I do that too. Like, I see everybody with all these horses and I don't have the horse. It happens every once in a while when one kind of skips you. But can I point out another horse that's interesting here just with the last 10 seconds?
You're the analyst. You can do whatever you want.
What about Cad Fayel with the rider change today? That's not
only is that
interesting.
The last race was a total waste because the horse didn't too tough. But 2 starts ago, that empty Jester, that's a good reference. That's a good horse for that category. So I think you're onto something there with Cad Fayel. The problem is the 2 for 25.
But use the horse in your supers and tries and all that because that's a big job change.
Everybody's in the same type of position there. Let's get to topic number 4. We'll talk about some 2-turn horses here coming up. In race number 7 on the program, we're going a mile and a 16th, an optional claimer in here. This dude's a breeze. Remember the ride this horse got from Hernandez last time?
Awesome.
Just absolutely put them to sleep up front and just kept on going on the front end. The problem is there's a lot of pace in this race today.
Well, there's a couple of stories in here. So this dude's a breeze won, but then did he not heat stroke when he came back afterwards? He didn't go down or anything, but still you have to keep that in mind. And anytime you see a horse, look, good thing is it's a little cooler today. It's not like yesterday, but I'm sure Sarah's all over it with this dude's a breeze. Dissectologist found a group of friends last start out that even if he stopped to look at the scenery for a little bit, he was still going to beat those horses, right? True. He found the best bunch he's ever going to find. But then you have a barn that you and I both really respect and like to play, and that's the Dave Borsk outfit sending out the 5 Pejad Du. Now this is a horse that they claimed last season for $25,000. Normally flashes a lot of early speed, and then that was at the end of the meet. So they put the horse away, brought the horse back in that 25, used the waiver claim in a wide open quarter. One More Brew is a fantastic horse that won that race from the Tiller barn and came right back to win on the program not that long ago. And now we get the drop in for $15,000. So treat that last race on June the 29th like a nice tightener. And here we are today in to win for $15,000. That's the move for me. And then this Good Sin for Bev Chubb is interesting as well, because look who Bev's using today, Pietro Moran. She doesn't use him very often. You often see her with Juan Crawford, and this is a horse that she's never had Juan on before.
That's interesting.
So comes out of a race in a wide open quarter against some really salty horses. You got Mad Dog and Joe, Soulmate, Median Sensation, all of them solid $25,000 claimers. Dropping in for 15, gets Pietro aboard. It's a 5-4 for me.
Swan Lake for me. I hope bounces back off a real dud last time out in that One More Brew race.
Don't be bitter. You sounded a little bitter. Real dud.
Dud. Well, that's okay. We're going to go to the ballet today with Swan Lake, and that one's going to get us the win there, race number 7. Now, you and I combined, we're veterans. We have over 50 years of broadcasting experience.
I know.
And for the first time ever, I'm going to use the word potency when it comes to the show. That's the first time I've ever used that word. And that's because of your top pick, this being highly potent.
You know what's funny? I saw that on the script. I'm like, topic 6,
and you're
potency.
Like,
what are we talking about? TMI. But highly potent. I'm going to go against Magnetime. Now, obviously, it's a logical exactor to play 6-2, 2-6. But I'm going to show you the replay from Highly Potent, and this is the first start back on June the 26th. The horse raced a couple of times down at Gulfstream and did debut on the grass. We're back on the grass again today. Now, this race is on the main track. But guess what? We were going 2 turns, a mile and a 16th, in a race that was originally scheduled for grass and came off. And guess who won this race, Jeff? Rachel Halden with English Actor. And from what I can recall, I think English Actor was making the first start or, first start back. There was something there, right? And of course, Robert gave this one a lovely call, remember?
Yes.
Good job, old boy, right? Let me just hear it again. But watch the close here from our horse, Highly Potent. Not bad effort. So we've got a race underneath our belt. So does Magnetime. But still, I think, we could be sitting on a possible upset here using the 6 over the 2. But look at that. I mean, it's like a checkerboard. Everybody's kind of doing the same thing. It's either 2-6 or 6-2.
And you know what? I think the connections are just so happy this race went because, rarely do you get a main special weight race in the grass going with 6 horses.
No kidding.
So I think this is like Christmas time for a bunch of these horses.
Yeah.
Here's Robert with Magnetime. Robert's with me.
Look at that big smile.
We both have Magnetime in here, and I think the horse will be better here today. I think just got a little bit fatigued in that most recent race. He's bred to go long, and it's time for Magnetime here coming coming up in race number 8. And that one goes posted for Commissioner Kevin Attard, who did have a win on yesterday's program with Hookless.
I'm having a little giggle because Robert and I are on the King's Plate diet, and we're both down a few pounds. So I saw him at the grocery store today. He has a very healthy meal.
Oh, that's good.
So do I.
That's good. That's good. I don't know what my diet is. It's just bad. That's all I know.
Chips. You like chips?
I eat so poorly. It is like vegetables and fruits. We do not get along. Ugh, disgusting. Race number 9 on the program, going 6.5 furlongs. Jackpot high 5 time. Carryover is $4,300. Devin Gittins has got a 1-2 punch in here, and I like Caro's Moment. I was torn between this one and Big Lou.
Me too.
Yeah.
Right? And I guess now's the time to let the cat out of the bag. Instead of playing the early pick 4, we're really, really happy that there's a late pick 4.
Yeah, saved our bacon today.
Yeah. Hey, look at the Stu's cam. Is that deer or is that coyotes in the infield right now? I see something.
I don't know.
I see something out there on the infield. Probably a great place to live if you're a coyote. We used to have a ton of them at Fort Erie. Yeah.
We did.
And she'd have cubs every year, and she'd do it right beside the racetrack.
They hired Eddie the Goose Man.
That's right.
He would chase the geese on the harness track.
Unbelievable.
Anyway,
that'd be a great gig. Now they just go out with a big, huge whip.
You need flankers on for this show. Tell us about your
All right, maidens for 10. I get a little distracted. I went with Cairo's Moment on the drop because the debut for 15 is the right price. Now we're in for 10. And I can understand, we talked about this yesterday, I can understand trying to move up once, like take a shot at $25,000 claimers, and now we drop back in for $10,000. Is As1 back? No,
that is not. So on ours, we had As1 on, but we're going to have a different rider.
I haven't heard anything about
Cave Nichols.
Is it?
No,
oh, well, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
So Cave gets the call. Then I'll use the 8 Big Lou for Dave Cody, because Fraser Abley, I think, has really been getting along well with Big Lou. And then, you know who else I tossed in just for fun? This first-time starter of Pat Dixon's Top Bear. Because the mare was a good one. Remember her, Bubbles on Top?
Yeah. And
she was all right.
I have an interesting tidbit about that horse.
Oh, do you?
That stallion, I think Reed Baker had, and this is the only horse that he has sired.
Is it really?
Yes. I looked up those stats.
So he can go on the list with what do we got? We got Jaeger. We got some. What's the other one? It's got a funny name. That's a Bruno stallion.
Oh, and then there's the Paul Épien stallion too that he goes to. That doesn't have many foals too.
But you remember Bubbles to the Top? She was all right. So I thought, why not? Because she's actually produced some winners, and one of them is called Speedy Bubbles, who's a 5-time winner. And, I kind of looked the horse up and I'm like, oh, okay, the horse has made some money, but at Charlestown, right? And going very short, like we're talking about 4.5 or 5 furlongs, so maybe a little bit of a problem with the airway there. That's what you get out of that one. But I use the 6 horse just for fun.
That's a Jackpot High 5 synopsis, and apparently a wildlife update as well with Elisa.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure Robert's taking a close look.
He's taking pictures, I'm sure. Plays of the day.
He's in the infield taking a picture with a coyote.
Look at this. You've got a pick 3 key, you've got to watch the board, you've got an exacta box. You're all over the place.
I am, but you and I both agree that if Cardio Princess does not win here today, she can be a show horse after this, because this is kind of like that dissectologist race. Like, she should be able
beat these
to
friends.
win. Yep,
They're not your friends.
Exactly. So DMAC sends out that one, and then I told you about the first-time starter for Rachel that I'm going to take a flyer on. Force Buzz is, Jeff likes to say, getting some new friends in race number 5. And I keep going with these maiden scores. I was on a roll for a while, but I'm a little cool with them lately. Highly Potent from the Cassie outfit will be my maiden today.
I am going to try and beat So Golfification because the barn's quieted down. So I'm trying to find a bit of a price play in there with Blue Monjou. And you and I love to play her on Saddlers.
Yes.
This one's coming off the layoff for Conditioner Saddler. My bounce back play is going to be Swan Lake. My best bet comes up in race number 8, and that is Mega Time. And I like how you steal my terms and I steal yours.
Yes.
My maiden breaker is Cairo's Moment coming up in race number 9. So there's looking at our plays of the day. Doug's going towards So-Called Vacation. Listen, that's the horse to beat. I realize that.
Yeah, I know. Barn's cold, though.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and beat that one. Ron's going towards Audie's World coming up in the 3rd. And in the cards is the Woodbine TV Prod Beat the Fave. That's actually a great race to pick a price.
Yeah, 4th race.
Yeah, that's actually Woodbine TV Prod, whoever they may be, or AI. I think that's a good selection.
It's a good one. Hey, we still got 20 seconds. Can I tell my grocery store story? This is actually quite funny. Oh, we have a clocker horse to
talk about.
Report,
and then we'll get to your story.
All right.
So Audax Minor is the Clock Report horse coming up in race number 4 for Cleveland. Gordon goes off the claim. The only complaint I have with this one, so many chances.
The reason I want to tell the grocery store story is because I just see Mike Dunslow right now, and it reminded me, okay?
Okay, so let me set it up. So you went to buy some lunch,
yes,
and you see a lot of racetrack people because it's right near the
right
racetrack.
Across the street from the track.
And then you can tell us.
Okay, so I got a guy in front of me to get a coffee, and then me. Now, you guys know, if you watch Woodbine on a regular basis, you know who the guys are on the gate that push the horses
Big
in.
guys.
They're our biggest guys.
Yeah.
One of them is Gordy Ross, who I love to pieces, and Gordy is a tree, right?
He's my personal security guard.
Exactly. So doesn't he see me? And I don't see him. There's a man in front of me, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Give me all your money." And I am telling you, the man in front of me we almost fell down. And I said, no, don't worry. He's a big teddy bear. He said he got Dunslow with the same trick at the grocery store, and he almost hit the roof.
I think I probably would have fainted.
It has made my day. I can't stop laughing.
No,
Thanks, Gordy.
Yeah, no, Gordy's always good for a laugh, for sure. And you know what? Those guys, until you, like, a lot of people don't ever get to do this, but if you actually walk into a starting gate, it's not like it's huge.
Yeah.
Like they're big guys, and the stalls are not very big.
I know, but he's a pusher now. He's not a loader anymore.
But they are the unsung heroes. I mean, they save jockeys, they save horses, they do a great job.
And they walk me to the car when I might be a little nervous.
And they give me a hard time, so I definitely respect that. Race number 1 coming up momentarily. Horse will be arriving inside the paddock area shortly. Hopefully we helped you a little bit with the handicapping equation. Some tough races on today's program. It's race number 1 of 9 coming up next.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
More than just a race.
One of the great sporting traditions in this country.
It's part of our culture.
A huge crowd this afternoon.
An iconic day about royalty, fashion, and passion.
A magnificent lineup.
A truly magical equine display.
And they're off in the King's Plate.
He's running his eyeballs out.
She's as great as they come.
What a race!
With one to rule the day. Watch the 166th King's Plate, the first leg of the OLG Canadian Triple Crown.
Just a reminder, coming up on August the 27th, it is the Ontario division of the CTHS sale. And here's a look at some of the siblings that are racing on today's program. The one that I'm looking forward to is the Full Dissectologist.
Me too.
Coming up a little bit later on. So there's a look at some of the sires that are represented. Great Kate's got a full brother. That'll be hitting 53. There's Audie's World.
Oh, Leo's got a brother, half-brother.
Yes, Isaac Leo by Reload. And there's the Full Sister Dissectologist. Now, would you rather be early in the book or late in the book?
Oh, that's a really good question, Jeff. I really,
You'd rather be in the
I don't
middle.
know.
Yeah.
Look, I've been involved with purchasing horses early and late, and selling horses early and late, and late can be fun.
Because the cocktails are flowing.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. So here, by the way, is a script. Okay, you can kind of read them right on it a little bit in here. So our producer Mike, he spends hours doing the script, pulls out his hair, puts his glasses on, does all kinds of stuff. Right? You and I. Just a fault.
Sometimes it goes
Here
out
I
the
am
window.
wrapping up the show and not realizing we still have to talk about the steak races.
Because I was telling my funny grocery store story.
Right. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the steak races for the weekend. We'll start off with the Grade 3 Trillium. What do you make of Caitlin, her greatness?
Oh, Jeffy. You know what? I think you and I both did the same thing. We're going to give her a pass for what happened last start out. We don't know what happened. I haven't even had a chance to really ask Kevin what went on.
There's an article in the forum that Ron did caught up with Kevin, and Kevin said he wonders if the one turn just kind of made her get a little
that
bit
could
lost,
be the thing.
Now it's 2 turns now for her, right?
And she gets back onto the main track, and I think that should really. So I don't want to give up on her because she's a hero around these parts, and who does she hook in here that could be trouble for her? Well, maybe the Graham Motion horse for flying. I mean, this one's been traveling all over the place, right? And has been based at Fair Hill, getting ready for the race tomorrow. Comes in off of an 86 buyer in the Bell Mahone in behind Caitlin.
Yeah.
So that kind of seems like a logical horse to play as well.
I think Litterit's a really good synthetic horse too. So we'll keep an eye on that one. 1 of 2 in the race for conditioner Marty Drexler. So that goes as the play. And the Ontario Colleen, when I picked up the overnights, I saw Boca Queen. I said, there's my pick. But I'm like, man, it's tough going all the way from maiden win to Grand Stakes competition. But I am going to go towards Boca Queen. I decided not to change my mind. I realize it's a big move in the class.
See, I took this Riley Mott horse because it was here for the Alley Wow and ended up finishing second behind that horse Love Cervera. Remember that one? Really nice winner that we had that shipped in from the States. So I'm going to take that one. But Boca Queen, you're right, Jeff. I mean, we'll see what she's made of tomorrow. I still think it's a bit of a tough ask. Yeah, just because she's facing, multiple winners, horses with stakes experience. But if you throw her to these horses, you'll find out what you got.
Yeah, no, it's a real acid test for her. So, but you know what, like Kevin, he wouldn't do this unless he thought she was good enough, right?
Yep, I agree.
He probably could have rolled her through her conditions. So we'll keep an eye on Boca Queen. Then we're going to get to the Heritage Series. A couple of races on the program on Sunday. I really like a horse in Lake Superior, and it's not the favorite in this race. You know what? I like Deputy Daddy in here.
You know what? I went to the same thing as you. You know why? Well, you tell me why. I bet we're on the same thing.
I think the light bulb has kind of gone off, and I like the fact the horse beat Philip my wine last time.
Well, and here's the other thing. Dark Screen should show some speed like he did last year, because that worked last time, going to the front end, and then you have Go-Kart Mozart, is going to the front end. And so if you think about Deputy Daddy sitting in a stalking position, could be perfect, right?
Yeah, I think so too. So I'm going to try and beat the favorite there in that race. Now we're going to get to the Thunder Bay. It goes as race number 8 on the program. I can't remember who I picked in this race. Once the field page comes up, I will be able to tell you.
It's either Bren Gun Girl or Renaria.
I did not. Wozniacki.
Really? You took Wozniacki? You think Dad's going to win?
Horse. Yes.
Oh, great.
I took Wozniacki in here. Yeah. Renaira. I can never say.
I can never say it either.
I won the first leg of this series, and there's a lot of pace in here too.
I went back to Renaria. The way she won last start out was pretty impressive.
This was the hot day too.
This was the hot day, but she's had a lot of time to recover in between. I think, Bren Gun Girl, the stablemate, is the other player here, and then I did use Wozniacki in for the bottom, but I used this Zippy Gamble, the other Kevin horse. Like, it could be Kevin, Tina.
I want Tino. I want the grandpa to win for the grandkids. That's good. It's going to be my pick.
That's a cool story.
Yeah, that would be a cool story. And then we're going to get to the Pink Lloyd. It goes as race number 9 on the program. This is my best bet on Sunday's program. Shows up Junior Hot Shot.
Yes, and like I said, I think they're double trouble, both of these Ross horses, right? They've got It's Time to Shine. They got Junior Hot Shot in here. Both of them are really nice runners, and it's almost a shame they got to go against one another.
And I feel bad for S1 too. Like, here's one of the best horses he rides, and he gets hurt. And
I know.
And Rafi picks up the mount now.
Yeah, but I did go to Junior Hot Shot, and obviously around these parts, this is the first time we're going to see these races without our superstar Patches O'Houlihan. But we know without Patches, you're going to get these massive fields. So now we're going to see a really interesting edition of the Pink Lloyd. I kind of thought Huntmaster could maybe,
really good now.
Yeah, the horse for him great. Light the Lamp. I mean, Light the Lamp. You can't knock the horse. The Turf Sprint Series defending champion, I guess we could say. It's kind of almost swept the series at this stage.
Third leg didn't fill, so I think it's over.
Oh, it's over?
Yeah, so he won.
Oh, wow. Good for them. But yeah, Pietro's going to ride that one. And, you got a 7-time winner in here. So It's a good race. I really, really like this race for Sunday.
Is there anything left on the show, or can I wrap it up now?
Let me see. Okay, good.
I hope so, because
you want to talk about the weather or anything?
It's overcast. Sun's trying to make it appear.
Sun's trying to come out. Lots of schoolers, but we have so many babies this weekend, Jeff.
22 minutes away from the opener. Good luck with all your selections here today at Woodbine. We'll see you prior to race 1.